Hi everyone, this is Caroline Speaks Over World on Saturday, July 18, 2020. Well, still not very good, hasn't changed much. The coronavirus is still with us. We have about 3.7 million cases in the U.S. 140,000 plus people have passed away from this virus. Still a struggle to get everybody to wear a face mask. Still a struggle to get people to social distance, and fights ongoing in various school districts, school boards about opening versus not opening, require students to wear masks, social distancing, etc. Well, school districts don't have the money to provide a safe environment for students to return. So we cannot reopen the schools until we have conquered the virus. And we can't conquer the virus until we have a cure and a vaccine. So we're kind of at a stalemate here. Now, yes, Trump's still pushing to reopen the schools, which I think that'll help his election chances. I don't think that's going to work. Also, we still have people protesting against the murder of George Floyd, a Minnesota man who was murdered at the hands of a white Minnesota police officer. There have been ongoing protests since that occurred, all over the country. Now, that is freedom of speech. We support freedom of speech, but not destruction of property. However, in Oregon, on the West Coast, they are having a lot of protesters there, and the police and federal officers are trying to counteract the protesters. And Department of Health, Department of Homeland Security, and various federal agencies are sending uh, forces there in unmarked vehicles, and the people they're sending do not wear a badge saying who they work for. Very bad. And these call them federal officers, are basically attacking the protesters and trying to arrest them. Not a good situation. It's like they're coming in unmarked vehicles with no name tags. So who knows who they are, where they come from, what they're doing. Now the Oregon Attorney General is suing Department of Homeland Security because these federal forces, whoever they are unlawfully detaining Portland protesters. So not good. So we have a really chaotic situation here, and people are voting in primaries, the election in November. It's very important to register to vote if you're not registered, and learn everything you can about the candidates and the issues in your area. And the best thing to do is vote by mail if it's available, so you less chance of getting the coronavirus. But evidently there have been some problems with that because when you vote by mail, it comes mail in your ballot in a pre-addressed envelope to an election official office. It may not have a postmark on it. So the election officials say in a certain area, your ballot has to be received by such and such a date. But if there's no postmark, there's no way of telling what that date is. So we really need to work on getting a good absentee voting system, mail-in ballot system, so that everyone's vote will count and no one will be left out. We also still need, of course, a vaccine and a cure, and we need that personal protective equipment. Still a shortage of those items, and we need uh, to support our healthcare workers, our first responders, our essential workers. Now, something disturbing that I've read about is that um, healthcare workers all over the country have been trying to conquer this virus. They've been coming together, even going to an area that's not their home state to help out. And as the uh, as the virus, in some areas, it's not as bad. Then the people who have come there are no longer needed. In some cases, even the people who live there are no longer needed as healthcare workers. So people are losing their, healthcare workers are losing their jobs when they're not needed. Very strange. Should be kept on staff. So then when we have a resurgence of the virus, they'll be available. So it's a very strange situation, but that's the way it is. And that's what we have to live with. Now, there's nothing much else going on. It's just basically the same old story. People are still getting the virus. People are still passing away from the virus. And certain parts of the country are very hard hit, and certain parts of the country are doing okay. So, what do we make of that? I don't know. It's kind of comes in ebbs and flows. Some areas are well staffed, have all the equipment, other areas don't. Well, there's nothing we can do about it right now except to follow the guidelines. Social distance. Only go out when you have to. Wear a mask. If necessary, wear gloves. Now, we have to definitely conquer this, and we have to get politics out of it. The CDC, or the Centers for Disease Control, is being pushed out of the fight by the White House. Normally, hospitals report data related to the coronavirus to the CDC, which then takes in, issues reports, and do all kinds of things that help healthcare professionals, public health officials all over the country. But the White House is now pushing out the CDC and telling hospitals to send their data directly to the White House. And who knows what's going to happen to it there. So I'm hoping the hospitals, they will save all their data, so when the time comes when the CDC needs it, they will have it. Because the CDC is being pushed out of the battle because Trump doesn't like the way they're handling the virus. So, go figure. And then various states, like I believe in Florida and Texas, they're not reporting the true data about the virus in their states for their constituents. How many people in the hospital, how many people have the virus, how many people have passed away from the virus. So this information will come out eventually, and then people will be held accountable. I hope. That's a dream. Alright, now maybe it's time to have a little song. Okay, wait a minute. Alright, I'm back. The song I'd like to sing is Michael Rowes A Boat Ashore. It's an old song, old folk song. Don't know who wrote it, but let's give it a try. Michael rows a boat ashore, hallelujah. Michael rows a boat ashore, hallelujah. Sister, help to trim the sails, hallelujah. Sister, help to trim the sails, hallelujah. The river is cold and the river is deep, hallelujah. Honey on the other side, hallelujah. Jordan River is chilly and cold, hallelujah. Chills the body but not the soul, hallelujah. The river is deep and the river is wide, hallelujah. Milk and honey on the other side, hallelujah. Okay, hope you liked it. Thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in for another meeting with Caroline Speaks, the State of the World, on Saturday, July 18, 2020. And remember, take care of yourself, take care of others. And remember, kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a very long way. Okay, thank you. And remember, voting is coming up. All right, be vigilant, be safe. Thank you. Good night. Bye.